Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us for our second ever Cheer Your Song event. My name is Jake Gluckman, and I am the Programs Fellow for Hear Your Song. We are so thrilled to welcome five of our incredible songwriters here today: Jazlyn, Kerrin, Alex, Violet, and Morgan, and we will get to their songs in just a moment. But first, I would like to introduce Hear Your Song's co-founders, Dan Rubens and Rebecca Brudner.
Hi, everyone. I'm Dan Rubens, the co founder and executive director of Hear Your Song.
And I'm Rebecca Brudner. I am the other co founder of Hear Your Song and the co chair of Hear Your Song's board of directors.
So, for those of you who are new to Hear Your Song is a national nonprofit that works to empower children and teens with serious illnesses and complex health needs to make their voices heard through collaborative songwriting. And what that looks like is that our volunteers work with kids through our many partnerships that we'll tell you about in a minute to help them write their own songs about anything they want in the world, from noodles to the periodic table to their challenges that they're working to overcome. And over the past year, we've worked with all of the kids that you'll hear on our Cheer Your Song event today to help them through their own process to discover who they are as songwriters and what stories they want to tell.
Hear Your Song is really fortunate to have a ton of incredible partnerships. We work with many other nonprofits and camps. So today, the songwriters you'll be hearing from met us through our partnerships with Mito Action and also with two summer camps in the Serious Fun Network, Double H Ranch and Flying Horse Farms.
And critical to our work with Hear Your Song is that every kid drives their own songwriting process. And as you'll hear today, everyone's songwriting process is different. Some of our kids come to us as experienced songwriters. Some have never written a song before. Some of our songwriters wrote their own music. Some collaborated on the music and wrote their own lyrics. Some were vocalists or drummers on their own songs, as you'll hear. And really, whatever access points our children and teens want to have to make their songs come to life, we're there to support their vision and match them with the volunteers who are best fitted to help them realize what that song should be.
Yeah, and we're so lucky to have three of those volunteers also on today's panel: Liz, Emily, and Tally. Tally is also the co-president of our Smith College chapter. So Hear Your Song has 5 collegiate chapters at Wellesley College, Smith College, Yale University, Dartmouth, and CUNY Hunter College. And so today, Tally is here both as a volunteer and incredible musician and singer, as you'll hear, but also as co-president of our Smith College chapter.
And as you can tell, it takes a lot of generosity to make Hear Your Song work, both from the side of all of our volunteers and also from our generous supporters who help us to fund our growing communities. And we would love, if any of you are interested in supporting us, if you would be willing to visit www.hearyoursong.org to support our month of songs giving. We're looking to raise $25,000 by the end of the month to be able to expand to new communities, especially those that don't often have access to arts programs like ours. Or you can text Hear Your Song to 44321.
So without further ado, we are so proud and excited to share all of these incredible songs with you today. So we won't hold you any further. Back to you, Jake. Let's get to the music.
Thank you, Dan and Rebecca. One more quick thing before we start, I promise. We want to let you know that the chat is open to everyone, so feel free to show your support for our songwriters while we're listening to each song and hype them up as we celebrate their incredible words and music. And just as a quick technical reminder, to make sure that your chat, when you send a message, make sure that it's going to all panelists and attendees as opposed to just host and panelists. You can change that in the little blue drop-down menu. This makes sure that everyone in the Zoom room can see it and celebrate everyone's songs. And I can see people are active in the chat right now, so I think we figured it out. So now, without further ado, we are so excited to introduce today's first songwriter from the state of Massachusetts, 14-year-old Jazlyn. Jazlyn actually has a second song in progress now, and she's hard at work with one of our volunteer composers to find the perfect jazzy sound. But for now, we're going to get back. We're going to do a throwback to Jazlyn's first song with us. The poetry is extraordinary. The imagery is captivating. So get ready to be blown away by California Winds.
Lately, I haven't been feeling like myself. I've been asking the universe for help, drifting, floating away from what I know. From it feels like home. Meditate before you manifest.
Meditate before you manifest.
Manifest your own happiness.
Meditate before you manifest.
Raise your vibration. Oh, listen to the music.
Meditate before you manifest.
Music makes you happy, or at least it does to me. Gives off good energy.
Meditate before you manifest.
When you're in that state of mind, good things can come. Oh, I love it when it rains. I absolutely love it when it rains. Minding its own business, peacefully falling from the sky. Clouds form from saturated thoughts, making the blue sky play hide and seek. Meditate before you manifest.
Meditate before you manifest.
Manifest your own happiness.
Meditate before you manifest.
Raise your vibration. Oh, listen to the music.
Meditate before you manifest.
Music makes you happy, or at least it does to me. Gives off good energy.
Meditate before you manifest.
When you're in that state of mind, good things can come. Traffic cones, convertible, California winds. She's obsessed with California, even though she's never been. Soft, checkered sweater vest, images of spring, flowers blooming everywhere. And it's sad because she lost your ring. Coffee rings on your side table. She stole your Corvette. And it looks like she's not riding off into the sunset. She's still not feeling quite herself. You told her your favorite music, and now she listens to that blonde singer that you won't shut up about. Butterflies on branches is what she hearts the most. Saturated thoughts is what you give her, though. Pink cotton candy at the fair. smell of fried dough floating in the air. It's too bad you were scared of the Ferris wheel. Raining the whole way home, you clearly took a wrong turn. Meditate before you manifest.
Take before you manifest.
Manifest your own happiness. Raise your vibration. No, listen to the music.
Before you manifest.
Music makes you happy, or at least it does to me. Gives off good energy.
Take before you manifest.
When you're in that state of mind, good things can come. I bet you didn't know my favorite candy was M&M's.
Woohoo! Yeah, Jazlyn.
Thank you. Before we start with any questions, can I just say that Liz did an amazing job singing this? Like, really. Like, every time I listen to it, I'm like, she did an amazing job. Like, if anybody else sung this, I don't think like it would have been as amazing. Like, it's so perfect. So thank you, Liz, for making it as perfect as it is.
Oh man, I'm tearing up. Thank you so much. It would not have turned out so beautiful if you hadn't have already just laid out all of the groundwork for me. I didn't have to do anything.
Oh, yay. That was so nice. And we're so happy, Liz, that you're here to talk with us and Jazlyn. So Jazlyn, why don't you start us off by talking a little bit about your thinking way back when to when you first wrote the song with us, what your initial vision and inspiration was for writing the song.
Well, going into it, I really didn't like have one. I remember I was there and Rebecca was like, so do you have like any thoughts? And I was like, no. And she was like, well, what do you like to do? And I was like, well, I like to manifest. And she was like, and I was like, I like to meditate too. And she was like, oh, manifest before you meditate and something like that. And I was like, oh, I really like that. We should like, I really like that line, like keep that somewhere. And then it like turned into like something, turned into a song. So
Awesome.
Kind of incredible that you know, just that simple idea exploded into this.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Liz, did you have a question for Jazlyn?
Too, I have a question. In the middle of the song, there's this beautiful poem, and I just think it's so awesome, and it comes, you know, it comes out of nowhere, but it elevates everything up. It's so cool, and I just wondered what your inspiration was to do that.
I don't know. I felt like this song was very like whimsical and like an airy song, and I felt like it was missing something and it needed something. And I felt, you know, I remember I thought of saturated thoughts, and I was like, I need to put that in there. And I put that in two places. I remember I put that in butterflies on branches is what she hurts the most, but saturated thoughts is what you give her though. And then I put that in another line too, like it was like, no, maybe it was just that line, but I remember before it was like something about clouds, like saturated clouds. I don't know, it was really weird, but then it turned into that. So I don't know, I just felt like it needed something and then turned into like something really beautiful. So
It's so beautiful. Um, Liz, did you have have another one?
Uh, no other question. Just
Okay.
how I was just very impressed when I received the lyrics and that you just already had all of the music. You already had everything in mind. Like you had every detail kind of orchestrated, and I just was like, this is wonderful. I could tell that you already heard the song in your head, so it's like I could hear it in mine too.
yeah. You know what? It's kind of weird because I remember writing the song with Rebecca and then I was like, we were um planning on like we didn't know how the music was gonna go. And um I remember like researching like keys on like piano keys and like piano notes. And then I was like F's sounded good and then D's and then A minors. So I was like, okay. So I wrote it on notes in my phone and then I was like, and then I told you the next time I saw you. And then so I just kept playing and playing and I was like, no, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. Yeah, I like, this D. I like that B. I didn't know anything about pianos. I didn't know anything about, guitar. So I just had to look it up, like what it sounded like and tell you what I wanted.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's so, it's so, I mean, it's really incredible that you had not written a song before this, and that just through your exploration, both of the lyrics and of the music, that Liz was able to sort of realize this out of that too. I was wondering, now you're writing another song, so how has the experience of writing this first song and now working on more, how do you feel like you're developing as a songwriter, and what have you learned, I guess, since writing California Winds?
Um, take other people's suggestions. This this song is very different from my last song. It's about somebody that we completely made up. Before, it was going to be about something completely different, like growing up, but now it's about like a fake person that we made up. And you know, I I didn't want to change it at first, but then Jake and Dan convinced me. They were like, that was like, so we did. We made it about, this lady. And I'm really excited for the song to be finished. Like, I'm so excited.
Yeah. And Jazlyn, I appreciate how you're saying we, but I do want to highlight that you came up with the character and that it was completely your idea. And Dan and I were just there to witness your incredible creation.
The songwriting process was definitely a ride. We did have a great time. We did have a
Very, very
great time.
fun.
There were a lot of laughs.
Yeah. We do unfortunately have to move on to our next songwriter, but Jazlyn, thank you so much for your
Thank
incredible
you.
words and congrats on California Wins. And I think everyone can agree that we're all excited to hear your next song very, very soon.
Okay, thanks.
Yay! All right. So next up, we have 15-year-old Kerrin coming to us from New York City. Kerrin wrote this song with us a year ago, but it's an instant holiday classic, and we are looking forward to celebrating the holiday season with Kerrin's brilliant lyrics for many years to come. So get out your jingle bells and settle in for this joyous sleigh ride with Winter is My Favorite Season.
my favorite season because of all the Christmas greetings. We decorate the trees and then we get to eating. Winter is my favorite season because of all the Christmas greetings. We decorate the trees and then we get to eating. Secret Santas are fun to do, especially if you get more than two. Red plaid pajamas keep me nice and toasty, while all the chestnuts get roasty. Winter is my favorite season because of all the Christmas greetings. We decorate the trees and then we get to eating. Winter is my favorite season because of all the Christmas greetings. We decorate the trees and then we get to eating. Snowboarding and sledding are fun to do outside. Then we go caroling on the curbside. The temperature dropped, which means it's time to stop. So bundle up and drink hot chai, hot chai. Winter is my favorite season because of all the Christmas greetings. We decorate the tree and then we get to, then we get to, then we get to eat 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and
Woohoo! Yeah, Kerrin. Ah, so fantastic. Really gets you in the spirit.
So, Corinne, my question for you, since you wrote this song for Christmas 2020, not for 2021, this is the 1 year anniversary of Winter's my favorite season. Is winter still your favorite season?
Yeah, it is. I've always been like obsessed with Christmas. Love the time. It's really cheerful, and I look forward to it every year.
Are there any winter traditions that you've come up with in the last 2 seasons that you would now add into your song?
Baking cookies on Christmas Eve, watching Home Alone like 10 times a month, you know.
10 times a month. Yeah, we might need to do a 2.0 version and add those in. And you're an amazing singer. I've heard you sing, so maybe we'll have to do a remake with you singing on it too.
Maybe.
Yeah, Corinne, when you first wrote the song, since I wasn't there for your initial songwriting session, did you have the vision of what you wanted to sound like immediately when you were writing? Or how did you come up with what you wanted to sound like?
I think as I was going along with it, I kept coming up with new ideas. I specifically remember mentioning that I wanted part of it to be like the interlude for a Hallmark Christmas movie. So, and I feel like watching it back, it does resemble that.
Yeah, and I also remember Well, you said you wanted to sound like Michael Bublé Christmas song, which it absolutely does. Your words totally captured that spirit. And then also you sent us like the full score on a YouTube video of like an arrangement of, was it Let It Snow, I think? And so you were like, I want it like to sound like this exact arrangement. So I got the amazing honor of getting to compose the melody and the music for it, and then share it with these amazing musicians who helped record it. But like Liz said about Jazlyn song, it was really like you knew exactly what you wanted to sound like. You said, "Here's the arrangement I want you to try to capture." So it was super easy to really know exactly what you were going for. So what is it like now? All these people in the chat are saying this is my favorite Christmas song. What's it like now having written a Christmas classic a year later?
It feels really great. I'm glad that so many people are enjoying it.
Awesome.
Can you tell us more about, in the last year, have you written any more songs? Have you been singing?
No, not much, but I remember this summer I would actually watch Home Alone on Disney Plus, because it's just one of my favorite movies. So yeah, I think I agree with you that we need to do a 2.0 where I include that lyric.
That would be awesome.
Do you think Winter is My Favorite Season could be featured in a Home Alone sequel or a Home Alone?
It should, yes.
Yeah, I just watched the new Home Alone movie on Disney Plus. So the next one definitely needs to feature it.
Right.
Is there a particular lyric in it? A lot of people have told me over the last year that they love your lyrics and they're so clever, and you have some internal rhyme, the season, trees, and we love those those rhymes in the chorus. Do you have a line that is your favorite from the song?
Well, I like what they did with Hot Chalk. Like, I don't remember the exact line, but it just ends off with like Hot Chalk.
Yeah, like how he sang it. Yeah, that's really cool. Great.
Thank you.
Bryn, thank you so much for sharing your incredible words and music, and we certainly will all be listening to this as the new year comes and as we're all celebrating
for holidays to come for years and years. Happy holidays. Happy winter.
Happy winter. All right. Next up is 19-year-old Alex. We met Alex when she was a high school senior, and she was already an amazing youth advocate in the Mito Action community. And she told us that she planned to pursue a career as a child life specialist. Her song, I'll Find My Way, is all about pursuing a path of using her music and giving back to kids facing health challenges like her own. Pretty cool, right? But here's the coolest part. On Wednesday, Alex actually led her first session as a Hear Your Song volunteer. And we were so thrilled to be able to talk to her about her journey as a songwriter and a leader with the organization. And we'll talk a little bit more about that after we hear her song. But for now, please enjoy Alex's song, I'll Find My Way.
I'm here to tell my story while giving God the glory. I've been given these unique genes to inspire others to live their dreams. Most people don't know my disorder, which is why I've become an informer. LCHAD's a genetic metabolic disorder. It makes using certain energy harder. It's in every mitochondria of the cell, keeping things from functioning well, taking supplements throughout the day, hoping to improve my energy in some way, trying to follow a map without directions, going up on my own unique journey. With Jesus as my guide, I'll find my way and help others with all that I'm learning. street, finding therapy through animals and music as a unique coping technique. In a puzzle without a box, there's no picture to see. We have to be creative and managing my energy. El Chat affects everything, including the heart, liver, and kidneys. Living by faith with my rare disease. Knowing God's in control makes me at ease. Knowing God's in control makes me at ease. Knowing God's in control makes me at ease. Taking time to celebrate the little victories while I'm battling science's biggest mysteries. I've been through a lot, now I'm going off to college, taking all this new knowledge while still living my best life. Living my best life. Starting this new chapter. Reflecting back on these 18 years and looking forward to what comes after. Whoa. Trying to follow a map without directions. Going off on my own unique journey with Jesus as my guide. I'll find my way and help others with all that I'm learning. And help others with all that I'm learning.
Woohoo! Yay, Alex! Oh, I love hearing that song every time I hear it. So why don't you talk to us a little bit about your songwriting process for this song?
Yeah, so I met with the songwriters twice, I believe, and I kind of came in with a couple of things written down and kind of an idea. Over some years, I'd written down some things about like finding myself in doctors' offices and people not knowing what to do. So I'm like a puzzle, but there's no box. So you have no idea where to put all the pieces to make it all fit together. And I didn't know like what to do with that, but I just had that. I was like, let's put it in a song. And so I kind of had that, and I wanted it to be like a triumphal song, but at the same time, I love musicals and I like Hamilton. So I wanted like a little Hamilton influence in there. And I feel like it has like all the parts of my personality in there, as well as like where I was at in my life, like all this 18 years of my life. And then now I'm about to go into this college world. And it's such a big part of my life and starting a brand new chapter. And all that I learned for the past 18 years about my journey and everything, and then being through so much, and then being able to find where I am and take what I've learned and to be able to go out into the world and be like, okay, how can I use this to help others?
Yeah, I think one thing that I love about the song is just how much you're sharing both your own personal experience, but it's also so informative. And I mean, you start by saying you're an informer, but I think that is really a cool way to share this information, and you are helping others in so many ways, including all of us listening, just by again by the information that you're sharing with us. Is there a lyric in the song that you're most proud of, or something that you just really like every time you hear it?
I like the part where it's talking about all my coping techniques, because that's something that it's taken a lot to figure out those and how to make them work. And as like my self has changed, I can adapt all of them to my physical function and everything as that changes. And but like being with animals and music, that was like they're always consistent. You can't. I didn't have to part with any of those coping, no matter where I was at in my health journey. So it was like it's a unique coping technique, and I was like, yeah, that's my sass kind of coming into the song a little bit.
Yeah, I loved your personality coming through in that line. Yeah, that's great.
So, Alex, I had the pleasure of getting to be with you during your first Hear Your Song songwriting session with you as a co-songwriting session leader. and I was wondering what it was like to lead that session, and maybe because you're also potentially coming back next week, but maybe not, but or what things you might carry with you if you lead another session with us.
Yeah, I mean, it's so cool to just watch the thought process of the kid and how he was able to find we were brainstorming ideas, but also we were leaving questions open ended, and so it was allowing him to find what he really wanted it to be about. And then as kind of went on and went to like a very different direction for the type of topic it was, but it was such a such a new perspective, and so I thought that was really cool. And then you can like learn from the kid and their perspective, and I think it's something I can take away. And also just being a part of that, and being a part of a kid finding what they want to share and what they want to make their own song, just really cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Dan, did you have anything else?
Yeah, well, one of the things that was pretty cool about your own songwriting process is that there were a lot of volunteers involved on the collaborative side. I remember that you worked with a bunch of our volunteers from the Wellesley College chapter, and we also had one of our volunteer composers, Stephen. You wrote most of the melody, but he sort of like built a lot of the arrangement, and then you sang on it. Some of the Wellesley volunteers also sang on it, so it was like all these different folks contributing. So I'm curious to know what it was like for you to hear sort of all these pieces come together when you heard you had recorded your vocals, but what was it like to sort of hear it all come together?
Yeah, it was so cool. I had like the little app where I could see all the lines of lyrics and everything, and I was like, hey, this is where they're all gonna match up and everything. And then sometimes it's like, hey, let's turn this down here, or let's turn this up over here. And it's like I could visually see it all kind of come together. But like when I heard it the first time, just like the demo, I was like, yes. Well, it was like, this is what was in my mind, but it's now like I can hear it actually. And so that was like a really cool moment. I was like, yes, this is it. Like, it incorporates everything we talked about. And it was like, I think it's going to be so cool.
One of our favorite lyrics in your song is where you say starting a new chapter, both for at the time its power, but also because we're hoping that you're hoping that you'll be able to start a new chapter of Hear Your Song at Texas Tech University in the coming months, which is so exciting and is one of our dreams, that people who have written songs will then come back as volunteers, as you've already done, but also create new communities. So thank you so much for being a leader of already, like as we said in the intro, like already a leader in the Mito Action community, but you're becoming a leader in the Hear Your Song community too, and that's so exciting and like the most wonderful thing to see.
Yes, everything about Hear Your Song is like me, and like everything. I was like helping kids, but also with music, and it just like meshes my two loves. So it's like perfect for me.
That's so amazing. Well, Hear Your Song is so grateful to have you, Alex, and we can't wait to continue on this new chapter with you in more ways than one.
I'm excited too.
Yay! So thank you, Alex. We're going to move on. So like many of our songwriters today, 10-year-old Violet from Ohio has also written 2 songs with Hear Your Song. So you can visit our YouTube channel to hear an incredible Beatles-inspired song about Violet's gerbils, Matt and James. Today, though, we're featuring Violet's song, I Am. Violet was one of the first Hear Your Song songwriters to lend her own vocals to her song, and you'll hear her beautiful voice ring out as she sings her own words of self-affirmation. So, please enjoy I Am.
I am strong. I am sunshine. I am beautiful. I am brave. smart.
I am smart.
I'm determined.
I am determined.
I am kind.
I am kind.
I'm creative.
I am creative.
I'm sassy.
I am sassy.
I am thoughtful.
I am thoughtful.
I am helpful.
I am helpful.
I am generous.
I am generous.
I am funny.
I am funny.
I am unique.
I am unique.
I'm violet.
I am violet.
I'm violet.
Yay, Violet! Ah, so beautiful. And we are so excited to welcome Emily and Tally two of Violet's incredible collaborators and two just extraordinary Hear Your Song volunteers. Um, so yeah, Violet, why don't you tell us a little bit about what inspired you to write I Am?
I feel like I thought about what I told myself when I kind of felt insecure and like not that great about myself.
Yeah. So are these affirmations, are they something that you use a lot, that you say to yourself a lot, or they're just like ways to cheer yourself up?
Yeah.
And is that immediately what you thought you wanted to write a song about using these affirmations, or did you have other ideas first, if you remember?
Like when I started, I didn't really know what I was gonna do, but then I really thought about like everything I could write about, and I thought that like the like I am would be like the best.
Emily or Tally, do you want to talk about what it was like to collaborate with Violet?
I think one of the things that I really enjoy, one of the many things that I really enjoyed about working with you, Violet, is I think the first thing I ever learned about you was that you were so excited. You had ideas just spewing out of you in the car ride following up to our Zoom meeting. And I think that was really clear with how well you presented all these ideas and how excited you were to, I mean, you're just bursting with inspiration. And I mean, the fact that you wrote 2 songs, I think was it just that one session where we wrote both of those songs? Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely amazing.
Something that really inspired me was how specifically you chose the feeling for the music, and you really wanted the music, I guess, to acknowledge how you feel when you need those affirmations, rather than, going ahead and feeling the way you want to feel after. You're acknowledging that sadness, and I really just was inspired by that.
Yeah, Violet, one question, is there an affirmation that you like the most? And another question would be, are there any new affirmations that you might add to another version of this song?
I would probably say I'm unique is probably my favorite. And Maybe add like I am powerful.
That's a really good one.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I see in the chat everyone is giving love. Yeah, she sure is. She sure is powerful. Violet, can you just tell us a little bit also about what it was like, first of all, recording the vocals for the song, and then when you heard the vocals and Tally's vocals sort of echoing you and Emily's music, when you just heard that all combined for the first time?
Well, when I was like doing the vocals, it was like when I was doing them, like it was like getting me like emotional. So you could hear me like crack at some point because I was just like, don't cry, you gotta wait a little bit. And then like hearing everything together was just so great.
Do you have any recommendations or advice for anybody in our audience about affirmations, and something you might recommend to us if we want to start using affirmations in our day-to-day?
Definitely like using very powerful ones where it's like not just saying like I'm okay, being like I am great.
I love that. I love that. Well, Violet, thank you so much for sharing your incredible affirmations. I think we're all feeling very, very strong and empowered and confident after hearing you share your story. So thank you so much. And thank you, Emily and Tally. All right, well, last and certainly not least, joining us from New York City is 12-year-old Morgan. So believe it or not, Morgan wrote the melody and lyrics, sings, and plays the cajon and banjo on her song, Country Blind. Morgan imagined this epic country-inspired song complete with banjo, electric guitar, drums, piano, and violin, and we are so excited to, and djembe, I think, yeah. So Morgan truly does it all. So we are so excited to share with you Country Blind. And this one is hot off the presses, finished just this week.
Yeah. I am blind, which means I can't see. A true fun fact about me is I can see a light in my left eye like the sunlight. Yeah, oh baby. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, she's blind. 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 I love the bay, 'cause you know when I hear the waves, I jump in and fly. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah, she's flying. Yeah, yeah, she's flying. Yeah, yeah, she's flying. Yeah, yeah, she's flying. Oh, yeah. Let's go. Oh, yeah. mac and cheese, pasta, cheese, and butter, because they are all my favorite. Ooh, 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 yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah! Woohoo! Let's go! Yeah, yeah, they are favorite. 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 Yeah. I like to play the piano and drums because they are awesome instruments to play. Da 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 da. 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 Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Woohoo! Yeah, Morgan. So, as another special treat, Morgan, I don't know if we told you this, but Sammy is actually here. And Sammy played the little piano solo on Country Blind and also worked on the music for Morgan's last song. So, Sammy, thank you for being here.
Oh, my absolute pleasure. It's an honor to get to hang out with Morgan and hear the finished product. Sounds amazing.
So, Morgan, why don't you tell us a little bit about what inspired you to write Country Blind? I know it was kind of an evolving process, but what made you land on the final idea?
All right, so hello everybody, and I wanna also give a big shout out, and you can put a applause, clapping hands emoji to all the other songwriters. So great job to Violet, Alex, Kerrin, and me. Yay! So what inspired me to sing and play on the cajon and the djembe of Country Blind is I really like country music and I like rock music, and I'm also blind. I can see light, as I mentioned in my song, only in my left eye. And I just thought that I'm blind and country music, like, that would just go together. And the title sounded weird at first when I heard what title I wanted, but then at the end, I was thinking, okay, that sounds better. Okay, it's my finishing product. That's my title.
Yeah, and it was kind of the song kind of evolved right from the first time Dan and I worked on it with you. It was started out as a blues number, and then
yes, it
has changed a lot. So can you tell us a little bit just about that process? Why your ideas changed, or were there any things that influenced you to change the song?
Yeah, I think okay, so blues, I'm not really into the blues, but I wanted to change it up a little bit because not every song in Hear Your Song is blues, right? And I wanted to change that. But then I I didn't like the idea of how the melody was when I started working on the blues. So I I said, okay, if I don't like the blues, I like other types of music, so I might as well just change it to that. And so that's when I thought in my head one day, I said, well, I really like listening to country music and rock music, so why don't I just change the beat or rhythm a little bit and see how it sounds? And it sounded great.
I have a question for you, Morgan.
Yes.
You can play and do play so many instruments, and I have no doubt that you could probably learn 1,000 more if you wanted to.
Yes,
Of
I
the
have.
So actually now I guess that gives me two ideas. First question, well, two questions. My first question is this: what is your favorite instrument that you currently play? And two, what's an instrument you'd really like to learn how to play?
Okay. So this program I go to, 92nd Street Y Music School. Favorite instrument I currently play there is called a melodica. So when I have my melodica, I will put it into a song and hear your song, and I will play the melodica in my song. So, I, 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 I don't know. I think I'm good for right now. Um, but I don't think I want to learn any instruments. For right now, but probably when I get older, I will learn other types of instruments and go all over the world and see what see what instruments they have.
Totally. Morgan, I remember we actually got the chance to go visit you and record the vocals with you.
Yes.
And and I remember when we did it, you really loved getting the chance to hear yourself, and so I wanted to know what it was like for you to be able to record your own vocals and hear your song come to life in that way.
Yeah. So, oh, and by the way, I recorded my vocals in a, you ready? Hot, legit microphone. Like, not even a microphone, a hot, legit microphone. So if you have, if you have the microphone nearby, make sure that the microphone's plugged in so you guys can hear me through the mic. I mean, I liked hearing myself, but the problem was that I was kind of, on the quiet side, and I'm usually, loud when I sing because, I'm a loud singer, and I think that I want, I wanted to be, I wanted my voice to be louder, but I didn't want it to be so loud that the whole world could hear me. I just wanted it to be, like a tad, like 10 notches louder or 5 notches louder. So in the next song, I will make my voice as loud as possible so the whole world can hear me.
Totally. Well, what I think was the most fun for you was doing like the yeehaws and the
Yes.
little like shouts you did. That was super,
Yeah.
super fun.
Oh, and shout out to Sammy, Rebecca, all the musicians that helped me, including myself. So shout out to me. Shout out to Dan and Jake. Jake for the beatboxing. I cannot do it, but you can. So you're in my, the beatboxing will be a part of my next song as well. Dan for the wonderful piano. And Hear Your Song Rocks. Yeehaw, everybody. Happy Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays and ho, ho, ho to the North Pole.
Amazing. Well, I couldn't think of a better way to conclude our incredible second Cheer Your song. So thank you so much, Morgan. We can't wait for the next song, for your louder vocals.
And subscribe to Hear Your Songs YouTube channel if you haven't already.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes, Morgan.
Well, thank you, Morgan. I will turn it over to, and thank you, Sammy, for joining us. I will turn it back over to Dan and Rebecca for some closing remarks.
Thank you, Jake. Thank you, Morgan, for that plug of our YouTube channel. But really, just congratulations to all of the wonderful songwriters who joined us today. Thank you to everyone for watching and listening, and for all of your incredible comments. I hope all of our songwriters have been able to take a look at the chat, which is just brimming with praise, as it should be. So yeah, congratulations to all of you. Thank you for joining us.
And yeah, just to echo that, and for those of you who would like to help Hear Your Song grow to reach even more kids and more communities, you can find out more about how to help out by texting Hear Your Song to 44321, or you can visit hearyoursong.org. And we are so thankful to have Jazlyn and Kerrin and Alex and Violet and Morgan in our lives, bringing us so much amazing music and so many brilliant ideas.
Yeah. So if our songwriters want to turn on their cameras just to wave goodbye to the attendees, thank you all so much, and have a great rest of your Sunday. Yay!
Happy holidays, everybody.
Happy holidays.